Hi guys, Rose here with the Cackling Moon. This is going to be a client's layers of me reading. So those of you who are new to the channel, welcome. I do tarot readings and I film most of them. Some of them don't, some of them do not get posted public, but some of them do, or most of them do. They all are anonymous, so I don't give out any personal information. And the layers of me reading is probably one of my most popular readings. I tap into 5 topics. So it's basically you can ask 5 questions, or I tap into 5 topics of your life. So it's like your energy, your money, your love, your future, and your spiritual path. But it's customizable. So if you want to ask 5 separate questions, you can do that too. So my client has specifics. So they want to tap into their love life, their money, and then they have questions of, will they be successful in a spirit-based career? And they also have a specific question about a dream, and then also, will they have wife and kids in the future? So that's their future question. So that's really cool. For your reading, we are going to be I am going to be working with the Waite on Acid Tarot. I thought this was such a cool deck, and I picked it up recently, and I think freaking amazing. Like, if I'm gonna work with a Rider-Waite deck, I want it to be something cool. So this one is freaking cool. So that is the Waite on Acid Tarot. And I also pulled the Connected and Free Oracle for you. So I was feeling called to use this one for you. I usually I'll read the questions that my clients will ask, and then I go when I pick the decks, and that one stood out to me for you. So, okay, let's get started. We're going to focus first on your love life. So love life, and since that kind of blends in with the other question of, will I have a wife and kids in the future, we'll do that one next. So the energy of your love life. I just heard fear of not being good enough. So I feel like there's a lot of hesitation when it comes to you choosing a mate. I feel like you size yourself up. I feel like you think you're out of, that you are not worthy of certain people. Like, you just feel like you're not worthy. You really compare yourself a lot. Yeah, not good enough. Just that's the feeling that I'm getting from you. Not good enough. Three of Swords. Is this a past relationship that you were once in that you still allow to influence you in your present? Very interesting. We have healing. Healing, and the Three of Swords is telling me either you're still in the process of healing from a previous relationship, or your inability to move on from this is causing you to kind of be self-conscious or be insecure about relationships. There was a lot of pain in a previous relationship, or just a lot of pain that you felt altogether when it comes to giving your heart to somebody. It scares the shit out of you. I feel like it scares you. I feel like it makes you feel like you have to do everything perfect and the right way. Otherwise, you're gonna be the one to ruin it. That's the other vibration that I'm feeling with you. There's a lot of really careful, just very careful energy. Almost like you have to do everything right. You fear doing something wrong or saying something wrong in a relationship because you don't want to give the person the wrong impression, or you don't want to say something to ruin it. So we have the Four of Wands, the Six of Pentacles, and the Page of Wands. Yeah. I don't know, maybe, I don't know if you lived with this person or you guys were in the process of talking about moving in or taking your relationship to the next level. Marriage, you know, I mean, I don't want to say like maybe you were divorced, but it could be like maybe you were at that point with this person where you saw a future with them in terms of really committing yourselves, and then it didn't work out. The Six of Pentacles is telling me it was always an uneven relationship. I feel like you give a lot of yourself, but you don't receive enough in return. I feel like you almost like you would bend over backwards for any person that you were in love with. But sometimes the feelings are not reciprocated. There's also, I'm getting the feeling of like being in the friend zone a lot with people. So I feel like maybe there were people you were interested in, but they friend zoned you. And so it was almost like you were ready to give more of yourself, but the person friend zoned you, and it was like, okay, it didn't work out, you know? And then the Page of Wands is telling me inexperienced, because pages to me are like inexperienced, or they're students, they're learners, they're still learning the process of things. So when it comes to like your relationships and whatnot, whether this was a previous relationship, a broken heart or whatnot, I'm willing to say that maybe you've had 1, 2 tops relationships that were very, very serious, that had a big impact on you. But very inexperienced in the relationship department. And I don't mean that as a, I'm not saying that to criticize you, or like, you know, I'm not making fun of you. I'm just saying, at least that's the vibe I'm getting with the Page of Wands. And this might also be, what is the deal breaker? Not just for you. I think it creates being self-conscious about stuff and having, you know, low self-esteem about yourself with relationships. But I also feel like this is a deal breaker for other people. They see you as inexperienced, or maybe they sense that about you, and so they feel like you're just not ready, or you're you're too scared, or you're not assertive enough. You know what I mean? Third eye chakra. So third eye chakra is telling me you got to really trust your intuition, trust your vibe, trust your intuition when it comes to finding a mate. When it comes to love, you really need to be on the same page with this person. You need to use your intuitive abilities to help you connect with that person. So just looking at your cards as a whole, like for the love reading, I'm willing to say there's a healing process going on with an ex, or, you know, some issues there. There's a need for you to, you need a relationship that is balanced. You need a relationship where it's not just you putting in all of the effort. You're looking for somebody that you can settle down with. You want marriage. You definitely do. You want a family. And then the Page of Wands is kind of saying like, your inexperience in relationships is kind of makes you feel insecure. So that's like another little thing that popped up. Okay, so let's look at the question that is about, will you have a wife and kids in future? Let's see. Will you have a wife and kids in the future? Birth fell out. So if that doesn't answer the question, birth is, yes, there will be a baby in the future. Okay, you will be giving birth to something. Birth can be a lot of different things though. It's not just having a baby, but that's the literal one. Birth can also say there will be a growing relationship very soon. There will be something that will be coming to be, okay? There is a birth, a newness, a beginning of something. We have elixir and we have resistance. So the elixir is telling me that the elixir is like the magic. This is the recipe. These are all of the ingredients for the recipe of love. You have it within you, but it's what you do with it, okay? You have control of how you create and how you manifest love into your life. You have all of the abilities, but it's just how well are you going to work with it? The resistance card, this is what is going to hold you back. This is what is going to keep you from obtaining love, obtaining a relationship, is your resistance. This is the number one thing that you have to work on with yourself. It's no one else, okay? It's nobody else. It's you. Your resistance to love, your resistance to opening your heart, to being vulnerable, to going into the unknown, all of that. You need to be willing to face the storm, basically, because it just makes me think of a storm. You got to be willing to face it and see what comes to be. We have the 9 of Cups, we have the 3 of Cups, and we have the Hermit. So you have to get used to, when you're in a relationship, getting yourself outside of your, you like to spend time alone. You like to have your alone time. You like to have you time. But when you're in a relationship, you kind of have to find an even balance of that. The 3 of Cups and the 9 of Cups makes me feel like there is a need for socializing more. Hence why Mr. Hermit came in. Socializing more is going to help you meet people. Being willing to go places and go on adventures and try new places, go to new things, do stuff, go out more, date more. Okay. This could be friendships. This could be, allowing your friendship circles to grow. Maybe it's your friends trying to hook you up with somebody. It could be also stop third wheeling it with people. Be open to blind dates. Be open to anything. But really what I'm feeling like, this is like a good time kind of an energy. Lots more socializing that needs to take place in order for you to obtain love. Will you have a wife and kids in the future? Yes. Will there be a baby in the future? Yes. There will be a birthing of something, but I feel like we're still in that stage of you needing to face fears, you needing to be willing to be vulnerable and not so afraid of the unknown. Okay, so let's talk about, so that was 2 down. Let's do your money. Let's look into the money and career, which kind of goes into the other question of, will you be successful in a spirit-based career? So we'll do the money question. Let's see the energy of your finances, and then we'll talk about the spiritual career. Okay, finances. Ooh, you got a bunch of them that popped out. So finances, we have the 4 of Wands. You want to be the breadwinner. You want to be able to provide, okay? This might be also another reason why the love department hasn't been evolving, because money-wise, you feel like you're not quite ready yet. You're not ready to provide. You're not ready to commit to a relationship because you feel like you can't take care of somebody right now. So that's really important to you, being able to be grounded, being able to support one another, to support someone else. That's important to you. So that's what's coming up there. We have the Magician with the King of Cups. So you're definitely Mr. Intuitive, okay? So you do have strong intuition. You're very psychic. This is a water card. So you are a Pisces, a Cancer, or a Scorpio. Or you might have strong Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio signs in your chart. The Magician card is definitely magic. This is a warlock. This is your spirituality, your craft, okay? This is new ideas and you being able to manifest, okay? So I'm feeling like these cards are kind of saying, when you put your heart into what you do for work, the Magician is saying you will be able to manifest that. So will you be able to manifest money and finances and abundance in that way? Yes, you will. The Nine of Cups is also speaking for that self too, saying you'll be very proud of it. It's very important for you. It's very important for you to be, one, stable financially, but also you want to feel proud and you want others to be proud of you with your finances. So I feel like even though we shouldn't care so much about what other people think, it is important to you individually. So I think these cards are actually really good for you. I think they just reveal, stick with things that are coming from the heart. Your intuition is on point when it comes to your finances, making smart choices, especially when it comes to investing in things or, you know, starting new projects and whatnot. We have fear. Exactly like what I was just talking about, investing into new projects, the fear card pops up. So there could be a reason maybe then why your finances are not as strong as maybe you would like them to be. The fears revolve around the finance department. This can also be a reason why your love life is in a little bit of a standstill, maybe because of fears with your finances and getting yourself grounded in that aspect. You haven't been able to open the doors in other areas of your life. Open the doors and then the keys come up. So we have pleasure and pain. So I feel like for you, it's kind of like money is pleasure, but money is also a pain in the ass. It's like you love it, you love money, you like to have money and be able to afford things, but it's also a pain in your ass because it's hard work. Okay, so that's kind of what's saying, but it's also saying money, to me, the keys is making me feel like money is the key to open other doorways, which will actually open up love for you. So intuitively, I feel like money and love is connected, like they're interconnected for you. I feel like when you are in a financial stable place and you are in a job that you love, you will be able to open the doors to other things. And then lastly, it's like too perfect. Companionship. So what was I just saying, right? When you're stable in your freaking finances and in your career, companionship will follow. Oh my God, if that is like not perfect, that is so perfect. I freaking love tarot. I fucking love this. So, okay, so just know, okay, that I feel like you have to get this shit in order first, and then the love stuff will happen soon after, okay? Oh my God, that is too much. Okay, so let's look at the other question. Will you be successful in a spiritual-based career? I think the answer is already yes, obviously, but let's just see what the cards say. And okay, I'm going to say yes, but I feel like it's as long as everything comes from your heart. 10 of Swords. Surrender. Surrender to the fears, their financial fears that you have. When you surrender to them, you're going to start to see the flow of things happen. The 8 of Wands. The 8 of Wands is actually the flow. It's actually like moving forward. The green light. And then we have the 10 of Pentacles, which is your abundance card. Fucking amazing. So definitely the tarot is it's saying when you surrender, excuse me, when you surrender to your fears, you will be able to move forward towards abundance. So will your spiritual based career be successful? Will you be successful in one? Yes. And then let's just pull, even though I already answered the question, let's just pull the Oracle card for it. Third eye chakra. Oh my God, this is too perfect. Oh my God. Too perfect. Fucking perfect. So third eye chakra, just exactly what we're talking about, the spiritual based career. You are not going to have a spiritual based career if you're not in tune with your third eye This is number one. If you want to be successful with your spiritual based career, you have to be strong and trust your intuition. Hello. Wow. It is so perfect. Oh my God. I love it when readings flow like this. It's like so perfect. Okay. And last but not least, you had a vivid dream of a car accident, like you were in a car accident. And so you're asking, is this in the future? So when I read that question, I had chills. I was like, oh my God. But then I was asking my guides to kind of help me with this, because I feel like dreams, like if you have premonitions, they could be, you know, showing you tidbits in the future. I know I've had my share of those, but I'm also, oops, I just made my cards go. I don't like to read reversals, only with certain decks. Sorry. I feel like dreams, I feel like we're not supposed to see how we're going to die. Okay. That's my belief. Some people read differently. Some people will read death. Some people will, some people actually have the gift of seeing or foreseeing death. I've met somebody who does that, but I do not personally read that way, because I feel like it's not my job to tell someone that. So what I feel like is that your dream of a car accident is kind of like the necessity of breaking a habit, breaking a or putting an end to a habit, or putting an end to something in your life. I feel like that's what that accident is, because obviously when you're going in the car, you're going towards something, you're on the journey. But when you're in an accident, you go head on, right? You are head on. You have to stop. Everything stops when you're in an accident. So I feel like that's kind of Spirit's way of showing you that you need to put an end to something. This could be a relationship. This could be something going on in your life, a habit that you might have, whatever. But I feel like that dream is symbolic for putting an end to something, or something abruptly ending in your life. And I'm not talking about your life. As I said, I do not read that way. But that's what I feel is what is happening there. So with that said, let's pull cards on it. Oh, okay. So what I'm seeing is with the Page of Cups, this is the message. This is the dream. And the Knight of Cups is saying move forward to the future, towards the Five of Pentacles, which is humbleness, which is difficulties, okay? You cannot always protect yourself. That's like, this is completely channeled message right now. You cannot always protect yourself and prevent things from happening. Sometimes you have to go through it. I hope that makes sense for you, but that's like kind of just what came through. There might be something that you try to prevent. There might be just things that you fear or you wish you could have super ultimate control over. But I just feel like you got to just go with it. You're very intuitive. You are so watery with the cards. Like all of your cards, your court cards are popping up as water cards. So it's just kind of telling me like, it's just telling me that you are so connected. Oh my God. Okay. You're so connected. We have beginnings. So your ending is not an ending. Your dream is not an ending. Your dream is actually the beginning. The car accident dream is actually the beginning of something else. Putting an end to an old habit or an old path, and the beginning, allowing the beginning of something new. Okay. And then I pulled the intuitive and psychic prowess, the freaking octopus. Definitely, you're definitely intuitive. You're definitely psychic. Trust your dreams, but always understand that dreams are not always literal. Just because you were in a car accident or you had a dream of being in a car accident doesn't mean you're going to be in one. It could also be symbolic for something else. And then I pulled the whale, which is the mentor card. This is so strong because whales are actually my spirit guides. And I take whales as like such spiritual animals and just the amazing guides. So I feel like for you, you may also have a connection with whales or the water. You are heavily water in your reading. So very intuitive, psychic, and just you have a lot. You have a lot to offer. You have a lot to offer people. And, you know, that might go hand in hand with taking into dream interpretations. You know, I don't know what kind of spiritual work you want to do. But if, you know, maybe dream work might be in it, maybe being a spiritual mentor might be in it. Okay. But whatever the case may be, your dream of being in a car accident is not literal. It's, to me, I feel like from what my guides were showing me, it's putting an end to something. And whether it's a bad habit, it's a limited belief system, it's a relationship or something toxic in your life, putting an end to that to allow you a beginning. Oh, I love it. Oh my gosh. I love when readings flow like that. I think that's just really powerful. That's a really strong reading. So I want to end your reading with just a couple more cards. I feel like I want to pull just for your overall energy. I like to pull for energy, so I'm going to pull for your overall energy. Just to end off your reading. Thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you, by the way. And thank you for being patient while I get these readings out. I know there was a bit of a delay while I was moving, but I hope that this made up for it. So let me just give you an energetic message about yourself. Seven of Cups. Opportunities will be handed to you. Opportunities are coming for you. Seven of Cups is you got to keep your options open, but don't put too much on your plate. Stop having too many, you can't walk through multiple doors at the same time is basically what that means. There's going to be a lot. There's going to be a lot of things happening for you. The healer card just flew out for you, by the way. Healer, and this is with the hands. So I don't know, spirit work, if you wanted to do Reiki healings, energy healings, crystal healings, like I said, a spiritual mentor, any kind of healing, that's what's popping up for you. But you have opportunities coming up for you. I really want you to give yourself one or two main goals for 2019. I feel like that's going to benefit you. But your energy right now with the Seven of Cups is basically saying you are so ready to walk through a door, one or two doors, but don't expect yourself to walk through multiple, okay? Don't overwhelm yourself. And the healer card is just kind of saying, I feel like 2019, you're definitely going to evolve. Transition. Oh my God, I just can't. I can't. Let's just pull one more because I just can't. Endings. So I feel like it's just like, oh my God, your cards are so fucking perfect. Like, I don't get it. You're definitely going to be in transition mode. 2019, you're going to become who you are, who you want to be. And also endings. This is closing the door to toxic things in your life. This is that, like that crash, the car crash thing we were just talking about. Closing a door to that so that you can allow yourself to transition into healer mode or the spiritual version of yourself that you want to become. That is so nice. Oh my gosh, I love it. Freaking love it. Okay, my love, thank you so much for allowing me to connect with you. This is your Layers of You reading. I hope that you enjoyed it. Anyone who's watching, if you would like a reading for yourself, go ahead and click the link in the bio and check me out. If you have any questions, send me an email. I would love to hear from you. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, my loves.